All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at ESL TV for the Black Monster Cup for the Spanish qualifiers here. We are into our first semifinal. It's going to be Gamers 2. It's going to be versus Steve Bakes Cookies. And as you can see, Dio getting very aggressive. Already spotting out Carbonite right there. But let's go ahead and go over the lineups for you at home if you do not recognize these names. We have JWoww over on the side of Gamers 2, Morden, Ava Dungore, which is Ocelot, Yuki, and Dio over on the side of Steve Bakes Cookies. We have Duck Steve, Carbonite, the Belgian Beast, TCM Matraco, and Urao. I think that's like a sound you make when you get hurt. I don't know. But anyways, this is going to be a good game here. We have that Zillion support, which I'm curious to see how well that does. And we're going to see Morden on this Olaf here as well. And I want to see how these teams are really going to play this one out. Belgian Beast, very strong mid laner. Unfortunately for him and TCM, they didn't qualify into LCS. They unfortunately lost in those group stages, I believe, eventually to it was either Super Hot Crew or Rocat, now they're called. So I don't really know which one that was, but even then they didn't qualify. A little bit unfortunate. So the team, unfortunately, has broken up, split to a couple different teams here, and I think all 4 out of the 5 players, yeah, 4 out of the 5 players are actually on teams still in the tournament right now. So it's be cool to see if they actually do meet up a little bit later on. But now JWoww going up against his ex-teammates as well as Matraco and Belgian Beast, so they're going to know how each other play. Matraco, he's going to be pushing up here into a 3-man squad of Gamers 2, and this could be very dangerous. You're out. He's going to be the first one to check this. The cleaver does land. The hook is land as well. He's going to be forced to flash away for this, but will he be able to escape? He does get, actually, his speed leveled up with his E. He will escape that one. Fantastic play of him. Good job to not actually take anything until you actually check a bush. Remember that at home, guys. Don't level up a skill until you actually get to lane, because there's no point in doing that, and they get him to back right away, which does force Matraco to play back and play extra safe here. And as we are seeing, Morden going to be starting off at his blue buff here. Carbonite going to be starting off at his red, making his way over to his blue now. And we're going to be seeing that Lulu-Gragas combo here in middle, and it's going to be an AP Lulu. Honestly, we have seen that quite a bit in LCS. Played middle, I believe, on the hands of Alex Ich. And we'll see how well that works out for him here. Meantime, top lane, we got that Mundo, Zac lane, and JWoww was forced to use that teleport a little bit earlier on. Obviously, you saw when he went for that gank on bottom. And with Carbonite now towards the bottom side of the map, I wonder, is he going to go for a gank here on this bottom lane? Is he going to help them out knowing that JWoww doesn't have flash anymore, but he also doesn't really have any harass, and we're seeing that level 2 hit come in for Gamers 2 here as they do shove in the rest of this lane. Currently 11-0 in CS. Kind of what you expect, though, with JWoww getting pushed out right away and Matraco being forced to play very passive. And we're seeing now Morden going to be taking his on red buff here. And we're going to see probably them continue jungle for a little bit, not really going for ganks anytime soon. So far, middle, though, 12 to 13 CS, so pretty even between these two mid laners. Some really good damage right there coming out of Lulu, though. Unless doing some really good chip. Let's see if you can get that. Unfortunately, last hit on Lulu is a little bit tough because of those pixes, but either way, you are going to see JWoww forced under turret here, since Zac can push a little bit quicker, actually quite a bit quicker than Mundo, unless you level up that W. Both junglers still just farming away here. We are going to see Carbonite, though, come into middle. I believe he was not spotted by Pix right there. Looking for a gank, or at least to turn a gank around here, but right now, the wards on the top side of middle and the bomb side, both junglers just going to back away, continue up farming, and not go for anything anytime soon. JWoww still forced on his turret, though. CSing pretty well, currently 18 to 20. Should be able to pick up at least a majority of those right there. Bottom lane, though, 22 to 16 CS. So Matraco doing a good job catching back up here. As we see, you're out trying to harass. Has leveled up 2 points in time bomb now, but unfortunately he's not AP, so we didn't really do too much damage, but he's starting to get some chip in. Let's see how long it does hold here. Obviously with that door and shield, that regen is just ridiculous, so not really going to be able to push Thresh out of lane right now. But Carbonite, he's visiting bottom. He's looking for a gank here. He's been more active in that than Morden. He's going to go straight in here. Will they be able to catch us up? They do have the speed up. Dude actually getting caught up here. He's going to get slowed down. They do have the red buff. Dude will have flash, but will he escape? No! First blood going over to Carbonite with that Q usage. Fantastic job of just waiting until he went for that flash, and then use that second proc of it to get that gap closer, pick up that first blood for himself. So successful gank, and that Zillion support definitely doing work right there. And he just sped him up, and it's hard to get away from a Lee Sin period who can jump around so easily, but a sped up one is just annoying if you're playing. But right now, Morden going for a gank on this top side here. Steve does have flash, but he's not very healthy right now. He actually just uses Elastic Slingshot here. This might be the time for Morden to go in here. We do see JWoww getting pushed out. The Ignite is available for Duck Steve. He's going to actually be able to catch us onto him, I would imagine. JWoww, oh, you're getting so lucky he didn't pop that Ignite onto you, because that would have killed you since you do that briefcase. And now Duck Steve being forced to actually use the flash, but he does get his passive proc here, so it looks like he will be going down. He's not gonna be able to escape this one, and Morden with the smite, gonna pick up the first, or the second blood, gonna get that one over first team here, and JWoww, I swear, he got so lucky right now. He actually might be able to escape this one. The Q, unfortunately, does miss, or JWoww does dodge. It depends on how you want to look at it. Now he's getting chased out by Morden here. He's continuing this run. Carbonite does have flash escape. He's actually forces out of him, and Morden, with that gank, pulling off quite a bit of work right there. But like I was saying, JWoww got so lucky he didn't get ignited, because with that briefcase he threw, he could have potentially gone down. Checking out bottom lane right now, though. 35 to 30 CS, so not much of a difference between these two bottom laners. That gank from Carbonite definitely helped out quite a bit. Back up over towards middle, though. Belgian Beast 40 CS to the 38 of Ocelot right now. That Lulu versus Gragas lane. Both of them have a decent amount of money to spend. But so does the top and jungle on the side of Gamers 2. JWoww going to pick up that Negatron Cloak. Going to go in for that Spectral's Cowl as his first item. Get that extra regen there and help mitigate quite a bit of damage that Steve can do. And we're going to see Belgian Beast back away as well. Carbonite going to be visiting this top lane yet again here. He is level 5. Does have a decent amount of farm as well. But JWoww's not here just yet. He's going to try to sneak into these bushes. There's currently nowhere to spot this here. So this could be very dangerous because JWoww doesn't have flash. Remember, he used to escape that elastic slingshot that Steve aimed at him. And right now, Steve is getting those cookies ready. He's waiting for this Muno to come back to lane here. JWoww, if he gets a little too cocky, this could be the downfall of him. He might actually ward up that south side. Maybe get a ward into that river. But Carbonite looks like he's going to back away instead. So he's not going to stick around any longer. Not going to commit to this. It'd be too hard to dive Mundo under that turret. And JWoww even picking up a Dorn's Blade so he can last hit a little bit easier. Alright, so game relatively quiet so far. Just 2 successful ganks coming in from both junglers. And you see the Chalice picked up on Ocelot, as well as that Amp Tune. And on the side for Belgian Beast, just picking up Boots and the Chalice as well. So he's going for a little bit of extra mobility that he's going to need to potentially dodge those Glitter Lances coming out of Ocelot here. And blue buff will be donated over to him. Or will it? Okay, it will. It will eventually get there. So I'll return to lane with blue here. And obviously they should know Carbonite started red, since Belgian Beast doesn't have his own blue here. And that might actually give Morden the opportunity to go for a little bit of counter jungling right now. We'll find out if that one's going to happen. Belgian Beast, level 7. He's visiting this bottom lane. He's going to be running into a ward right now. I believe they know that one is currently there. But if he can get in quick enough, he does have his flash. He could get the barrel out because they know that dude doesn't really have flash to get away. He's going to get barreled away. Dude's going to get taken down. That one's going to go over to Yorao, who on that Zillion. And a great game coming from him. Unfortunately, just a little bit of slow reaction coming out of Gamers 2. And they do, unfortunately, fall to that gank. Belgian Beast going to return over toward middle here. Morden is just going to stick by, go for this pink ward. I'll be able to pick that one up here. In the meantime, top lane, you see Steve jump away. And they see JWoww pretty much dominating that lane in terms of health right now. Carbonite even visited that top side to potentially go in for a gank too. But now, bottom lane, Uraga, he's going to go back. He's currently 1-0-1. Picks up an Ancient Coin and that Ruby Crystal, so you have the extra life in lane. It's going to help him out actually quite a bit against the harass. But here comes Carbonite. He does have his boots mobility. He's going straight in for Ocelot here. He does use ult onto himself. He actually gets hit with a Q, flashes over instead after that Q was used for the second time. And will be able to escape. But this boots mobility, if he ganks bottom again with a Zillion being sped up, he's going to move so damn fast. And you pretty much can't escape that. But now he's going to be donating the blue over to Belgian Beast here. And Belgian Beast already 0-0-1 now. A little bit behind in CS, but that's because he visited that bottom lane for a gank. And JWoww's been managed to push Steve almost out of lane here, pushing him back to his turret. And he's not getting this free farm that he really wants to make happen. And JWoww now shoving the lane in. This might actually show that they want to go for Dragon potentially. All right, now Carbonite going down bottom yet again here. Will he get sped up? We do see the fight already breaking out here. Uraga getting very low. Ultimate popped onto him. He's going to eventually go down here, but Carbonite has shown himself. Doesn't the Q onto Dude, and now he's forced to flash away, but now Morden's here. He's looking for a fight, as well as Yuki, who is very healthy right now, but he's getting chipped down just so slowly. Looks like they will just back away, instead not make that gank happen, but here comes the fat man, Belgian Beast. Looking for a barrel right there, but he was spotted by that ward. Just going to back away, and I want to say this is going to be Dragon now, going over to Steve Bakes Cookies, since they know that Morden doesn't have ultimate and has had to be forced to back away and go heal up. So a great little play there, great little gank coming in. Belgium Beast as well rotating around. Didn't get a kill, but got the Dragon. Most likely, as Morden is actually still sitting around. Oh, the ultimate even coming out just to keep them away from it. So they picked on it. Morden actually used his ghost on that too, so a little bit maybe of a misuse. The first Dragon of the game does go over to Steve Bakes Cookies. And they have been able to build up a little bit of a gold lead. 900 gold, obviously not that much 10 minutes in, but it is a lead nonetheless. And Gamers 2, who played pretty damn strong in their game earlier on. Having a tougher time in this one here. Spectral's Cow has been picked up for Steve on that top lane on Zach. I don't want to say JWoww. Well, he has the money to go buy one. Or will have the money to go buy one. But it hasn't backed away just yet. And looks like Steve will have that Spirit Visage done really soon. Remember, it was changed around 4.1. Used to have 20% cooldown reduction, now only 10%, so it doesn't really benefit those tanks as much. But obviously, you're still going to pick it up because it's just such a damn good item. But now, approaching 11 minutes. 14.2 thousand gold to about 15,000, let's say, for Steve Bakes Cookies. BF Sword has now been picked up from Atraco, so he's going to have that little bit of extra damage he needs, but they're pretty much all tied up in terms of items in the bottom lane. CS is pretty much even, but there is 2 assists in Atraco's favor. The thing is, I remember talking to Freeze about this, and the Adoration stacks, you can't underestimate those. I believe even Joe and I was casting a game. I believe it was Joe and I. No, it wasn't Joe. It was Saint Vish and I in Brazil. And all it takes is 1 kill for Draven when he has that full stack of Adoration to pretty much get him back in the game. That's like 1,500 gold you're going to get. And that gives you basically a BF Sword. And when BRTT was playing him from Pain Gaming, now on, I guess, Keyed, it was ridiculous how far it put him into the game once he picked that one up. Just 1 kill is all I needed, and it can really start to snowball here. But right now, looks like we're having a little bit of lag on Matraco's side. Should we start this up here again in just a second? And we'll get back underway. That was a weird sound. All right, on pause has been done. Still only 11 minutes in here, though. Relatively slow game, like I've been saying, but it will start to pick up here soon. This is, to me, one of those games that out of nowhere it will pick up. It'll get really explosive, and it will just kind of come to an end. It won't really be one of those slow, grindy out games, and I feel like it's gonna be going that way yet again here because both these teams, they know how to play with an advantage. But the advantage isn't big enough just yet. Only 1,000 gold to really allow Bakes Cookies to be really far ahead. Dio, though, getting very low. Ignite is on him. He's trying to dodge this Q out of Carbonite. He's actually going to hit Yuki, but he does get the slow on time. The Gragas barrel comes in. Now Yuki, he's in trouble. He gets kicked out. He's going to go down here, I wouldn't assume. As Belgium actually does land the Q, but he is able to escape this one. Morning coming from the backside. And you can see that focus coming out of Steve Bakes Cookies. They really want to force this bottom lane, or at least force an advantage for their bottom lane here from Atraco. I'm not too worried about that top lane, letting the 2 fat lads from Grimsby, as Damien would say, just farm that one out. So another great and successful gank coming in from them. So 1 of 3 now in favor of Steve Bakes Cookies. They have been able to build up now 1.3 thousand gold. Obviously not that much, but JWoww getting caught up here with us tonight. Ultimate is running. Steve looking for the kill here, but it's a Mundo. You're not really going to kill him. Does have that Spectral's Cow done. Even has a Chain Vest behind that. And he will be able to survive for a little bit longer here. Steve, though, finally able to regen him here, it seems. Does have the extra cooldown reduction from that Kindle Gem. Meantime, Morden, though, sticking around bottom, looking for a gank here. There's a ward, though, and it actually has about 2 seconds left, and it finally actually will die here. And it's really unfortunate if he came in a couple seconds later. Might have had that free gank that he's looking for. Might be able to pull it off, and Atraco, you see the damage he does. Just 1 Q on a dude. And it's really something you can't underestimate as a support anymore, and he doesn't really have the extra bit of health that his opponent has. JWoww, he has that Sightstone. He has extra health off of that. Sitting about 1,300 currently. And Dude is currently sitting on about 1,200. So the extra 100 health can really make a difference. As we saw with that Ignite that was on him. I mean, he got ticked so low, it maybe if Yuki spaced out a little bit more, that E would have caught him. I think he eventually would have died, though, to the Gragas Barrel, which he did anyways. So maybe I'm just wrong. But now we can take a look at CS a little bit. In top lane, JWoww, 101 CS to the 103 for Steve. Mid lane, though, a little bit of a different story. 120 to 102. And obviously that is just due to Belgian Beast rotating around the map so many times, coming bottom, and really facilitating with those kills. Bottom lane, though, dead even between the 280 carries. But the gold overall is not so much. 4.1 thousand gold from Atraco to the 3.6 thousand gold of Yuki. And there's those Adoration stacks that starting to come into effect. And right now you're seeing Morden on top side of the map kind of get caught out a little bit here, but JWoww not very healthy. We'll have ultimate up relatively soon. But Morden, he puts a lot of damage. Like, he's really doing quite a bit here. But it's just his bottom lane is losing pretty hard. He needs to help them out. And he's trying to make ganks happen somewhere else. I mean, if you think about the last game that we broadcasted for you, which was a Gamers 2 game, the bottom lane of Gamers 2, completely fine. Yuki and Dio did a fantastic job with that severe combo, and they held onto that lane very easy. But now they're having such a tough time here that Morden, he has to worry about every single lane still, because top lane, instead, even he can obviously ignore that one out. But middle lane's going to need a little bit of help. Bottom lane needs a lot of help, and he just hasn't been able to facilitate too many kills here. Obviously, just that one gank on the top side, but everything else since then has been thwarted out. And also, it's going to keep that CS lead growing ever so slightly in middle. Carbonite going to be visiting this top side yet again here. He does not have ultimate or flash available, though. But you can see Steve trying to bait him out. Ultimate has been popped for JWoww. And is JWoww going to bait him in? Is he going to go for it? Actually knows Carbonite's there. We do see the ultimate and the flash coming out of Steve. It does knock him off. JWoww dodges the Q, though, coming out of Carbonite. He's going to get the slow onto him. And JWoww, he should be going down here in just a second. He does have his ultimate, or sorry, he does have his teleport available. He could potentially escape that one, but Carbonite going to pick up the kill. And a fantastic gank yet again. Now 4-1 in favor of Steve Bakes Cookies. Currently, Carbonite has those 2 kills, has double Doran's blades, and has the machete as well with the boots of mobility. You guys in chat with the faces. Oh man, I actually wonder if people fall for that every day. But now, 15.5 minutes, and we're going to see the first turn of the game fall in favor of Steve Bakes Cookies on this top side here. That's going to give him a little bit of extra gold to spend. And I also wouldn't be surprised to see actually Steve head down towards Dragon and make a play onto that for their team, because they have the ability to do that. They know that JWoww is going to be on the top side. Obviously, he has teleport though to get down here. But if they get the vision control, they can keep from doing that. They probably feel confident to go for these team fights right now. Spirit Visage has been completed now for Steve, and this bottom turret is already very low. I wouldn't be surprised to see Carbonite come in for a gank here, maybe get the turret down, and then off of that take the Dragon. That's a very likely possibility, and with this boots mobility and with that Zillion speed up, it really facilitates things. It really makes it quite easy. And you're seeing pings already come down for the Dragon as well here. Carbonite going to be donating the blue buff yet again. Steve has come down from the top side, and it looks like they want to contest this here. They want to go for it. They already have been able to pick up that first one of the game. They're looking for number 2. And that pink ward will spot out that ward. And right now you can see Gamers 2 going to give this one up. They can't really contest this just yet. JWoww, in the meantime, going to be pushing this top line. The turret's already very healthy, so you're not going to be able to do too much. When you see Dio, though, switching up to a sweeper's lens. So just going to try to clear out a lot of vision here. And you're seeing ping's already come down. We see also kind of getting caught out here a little bit. That's flashed away. Carbonite come from the side. He does have ultimate available, but he's not going to commit for this. He's going to back away. I'm going to go for a 3-man push onto this turret, but the wave clear out of Asa and Morden is just so strong that's really hard for them to push the turret in. And in the meantime, JWoww, who continually pushed that top lane, with Steve going for that gank in middle just now, is going to be able to get this turret down. So we'll even things up just a little bit, tied up in turrets. And obviously not tied up in gold here. Bottom lane of Gamers 2 still having a tough time. Down about 20 CS right now. And Matraco, I wonder how many stacks of adoration is he now at? Not quite a bit. And you do see the engage coming out. Matraco getting very low. Does have his own ultimate. Dio's just going to get bursted down right there. Matraco with his own ultimate. He can afford to die this if he wants to. And he does go down, does get his own ultimate popped. But now we have Muniko for the top side. JWoww teleported down. He misses the cleaver. And Matraco is getting sped up. He's getting pushed out of this one. And they get the kickback on JWoww right there. And that does make it so he's able to escape right now. Yuki getting caught. He does go down to Carbonite. And we do have Offset finally coming down from middle. He's looking for a slow. He's looking for something here as he is sped up. But there's just too far away. And that's going to be 2 kills now coming in. For Steve Bakes Cookies. Just completely outplayed them right there. And I guess Dio overestimated how much damage he could really take. And just got instantly bursted down. And now Morden forced to hold on to middle here against Belgian Beast, who is going to catch up in CS. And that's the thing about roaming. You know, I mean, Lulu, she's not bad for roaming. She has a speed increase, so she can run really quickly. But she can't get over walls. She can't do what Belgian Beast can do on this Gragas. And every time he leaves the lane to go for a gank like that, and it unfortunately fails, that means more time Belgian Beast gets farmed up, and the more time he's going to be able to get some more damage over you. And right now he has about a 200 gold advantage, let's say. So it's not that much, considering. This turret might go down here in just a second, so we might see that gold lead go a little bit more in his favor. Carbonite still down at bottom. Also trying to return back to this turret, but it's just falling too quickly. He's not going to be able to save this one. And we'll give this one up here. Urao actually going for a relatively early Mikhail's Crucible, as you can see. Looks like he wants to, I guess, get out of the slow, get out of the hook. But either way, give him that little bit of extra health that can really help your AD carry, who's being focused down. And there goes that turret in bottom lane as well. So that's 3 turrets now in favor of Steve Bakes Cookies. And Gamers 2, they need to do something about this. Obviously, they're an experienced team, so they have come back from farther deficits than this, but started to slowly slip away from them. Morden going to be pushed up, pop his ultimate, because why not? Not sure why he used that. Maybe that was a little bit of a misclick. Meantime, though, JWoww, with that Sunfire Cape done, going to keep pushing this top lane. He does have the CS lead here just a little bit. Let's have the death and the assist as well as Steve, but we'll see how that one's going to work out a little bit later on. And you can win your lane. As you guys all know from solo queue, you can win your lane by yourself. But if your other team, if the rest of your team is losing, it doesn't really do too much for you. And just one Q from him took Dio down quite a bit of damage. Carbonite went for a gig on middle, caught all slot out, got the kill. And that's that. That's 4-0-1 now, Lee Sin, a 1-0-2 Gragas, a 2-0-3 Zillion of all things. It looks like they might not be done. Looks like they could potentially push down middle if they want to. Pings are coming down for it, and Morden, he's going to be the one forced to defend against it, but he's not going to be able to do that too easily. And now Carbonite, he's going to be visiting this top side here with JWoww. He's going to have to run away for his life. He's going to get flanked in here. Carbonite going to get the slow onto him. JWoww does pop the ultimate to try to run away. He needs to turn that W on so he can maybe get out of that slow a little bit faster, but he's trying to escape. BMC comes aside, going to get the body slam. He's going to be permanently slowed out. He does not have ultimate, but the flash actually used out of JWoww here, so he should be able to live off of this one. He's going to be able to get behind his minions. He's going to survive. But he lost his flash for it, and meantime, bottom lane, Steve Bakes Cookies is still pushing. Matraco has the damage. Where's adoration stacks are at right now? Should think just hover over. No, can't hover that. Can't actually get the value off of that, unfortunately. But let's just say it's a lot. Let's see, how's that last whisper done? He's basically a full item ahead of his counter opponent, or his opponent, counter opponent. That'd be his ally, but his opponent, and you see the damage he does to Yuki right there with just one hit. So much damage, pair that in with a zillion bombs. It's really hard to kind of fight. In the meantime, we are seeing a fight over breakout at blue right here. Also, gonna get taken down. And it's just looking all too easy for Steve Bakes Cookies here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them actually engage onto towards this bomb side if they want to, because Matraco already has them so low on health, and Yurao, he has the ultimate available. They can go for the dive here. Superland's going to be used. Dragon come up in just about a minute here. That's about 1,200 gold to spend, so maybe just going to go back, buy maybe like a Zeal, maybe work towards a Static Shiv, and then go for this Dragon fight here in just a second. Belgium is probably going to pick up his blue here in just a second. Does have 1,400 gold. Almost has enough money to actually pick up a Rabadon's Death Cap, but he's just going to back before as well, just to make sure they're bought up before this, because they want to contest this Dragon. Actually, they just want to take it, take their third of the game, really extend their lead a little bit further, and really force Gamers 2 to play from behind. So Morden looks like he's going to secure his blue buff here. Dragon now on a 30-second timer. We do even see Carbonite, which I kind of like this build. It's interesting. So they have sacked a tank. And Carbonite has those 4 kills, so instead of kind of making those 4 kills go to waste, if I can speak, went for a Brutalizer, went for the Elder Lizard, and he's going for a little bit of damage mixed in with that Giant spell. So he's going to be like, pretty tanky from now, but he can hurt. Like, he should be able to 1v1 Yuki. And that's going to be a really big problem because Yuki's kind of far behind. He does have the phase done, but he doesn't have anything else with that. And he's against a 005 Draven, who is only going to get stronger as this game goes on. Looks like he did go for the Zeal, went for a long sword. Dragon has now come up. And you can see Steve Bakes Cookies in position for it. And they're going to lock down their third of the game now. So 37.6 thousand gold here to the 30.6. Game is starting to get out of hand here. 7,000 gold lead, 23 minutes in. And it's looking like Steve Bakes Cookies might be able to pull this one out, might be able to advance into the finals and secure their spot. But obviously, Gamers 2, they have the opportunity to pull this one back. You can't cut them out just yet. And with Carbonite down towards this bottom side, I believe they saw that ward coming down. They're going to be forced to back away this because Steve is here. He's going to be pushing from the backside. He's going to catch him off guard if he does that elastic slingshot. And we have JWoww pushing that top lane still at the moment. He has a teleport to get down here, so they could make this one happen. We know of actually also trying to catch them out. But Diode, he's the one getting caught here. He does get knocked away with the barrel. He's just going to get blown up. Carbonite now unstoppable, 502. And now this is danger for the rest of Gamers 2 in this bottom lane. JWoww, he's still trying to push this turret, or trying to push this turret as fast as possible. And you're seeing Steve Bakes Cookies trying to push this one up. They're trying to get this turret down. It has very little health left. Even the Colleen coming out, you're out. He's just going to sacrifice himself, get the ultimate off. And we're going to see the ultimate come out of Draven here. Look how much damage also it's taken. Here comes Steve from the side. JWoww has it on the top turret, but at what cost here? As the rest of the team is in such a tough trouble, or in such trouble, as we do see another kill come in, as we see Olaf and Lulu both fall down. Now Yuki, he's in trouble. Ignite going to take onto him, as well as that awesome barrel from him. They do pick up a triple kill in the Mikhail's Crucible, used for good measure. And that is 3 kills. Actually, the surrender vote coming in from Gamers 2. So a 24-minute game, 12-2 in score. And Steve Bakes Cookies just going to completely come out ahead in that one. Fantastic game with him. 515 Carbonite, 503 Belgian Beast. James Bond on Matraco, 207 on Yurao on that Zillion, and 016 onto Steve. I mean, what else is to say? Flawless game, well played. They kept up in CS. They they had all the objective control they needed with those dragons, and they just took the game. They built up that advantage and snowballed with it, and that's what a great team can really do. So guys, it means we're going to a little bit of a break yet again here. We have the other game on the other half, or the other half of the brackets going on, the other semifinal. I don't believe we're jumping into that one. We're going to jump into the grand finals, which will be a best of three between, let me check the winners. Let me check who's playing on that top side, just so I have that in my head. If I could alt-tab out of the game, or maybe the game will crash. Okay, it's done. Okay, so here we go. Let's go and check how it is. You guys can find these brackets over at blackmonstercup.com. But we have, I believe it's, I have to refresh because I'm not sure who it is. It's Over Gaming versus Solaris. So Solaris were able to beat Cronte. So they will be playing against the winner of that game. And we'll go into those grand finals in just a moment to determine who is placed first and who gets the extra 250 euros coming into the spring finals. So guys, taking that quick little break, going to play some more music, going to relax. Hope you guys stick around and stay tuned in. And we'll be back hopefully shortly.